Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's session, October 18th, and we are going to start with our activities, okay? Today, we're going to have, we continue with the writing section. That was the part that we have to complete according to this, okay? La última clase nosotros no hemos empezado esta parte de la unidad, ¿verdad? Solo trabajamos en el Padlet, ¿verdad? Okay. So we have writing section, please. It's important to mention that in the part number 1, we have some different locations. What is a good location? When we refer to a good location, we say good location, we refer to places, for example, the sea at night, for example, the meadows in the morning, for example, the beach, a sunny beach day, for example, a day in the forest, or for example, maybe a street and a long street with a graffiti people there, okay? Those are some locations. What are the locations, the places that you select? Remember that today we're going to narrate a story. Today we're going to narrate a story. For narrating a story, it's important to have the activity number 2. It's important to consider the following aspects. Okay, start reading, please. Let me see, Luis Verde Soto. Start reading the number 2, please.
Miss Leo.
Yes, please.
Read the text. Do you call any?
Do you know? Do you know?
Can any story that for your advice?
This advice. Repeat. This advice.
This advice.
Okay.
Start studied and go study. Make you what to get ready.
Makes you
is a size to for you with class and
action. It's easy to follow with clear action. Continue.
Also interactive and descriptive language.
Okay, you stop. Uses interesting. Descriptive language. Continue.
As and go ending.
A good ending. Thank you, Luis. Those are some of the tips. Remember, what is a tip? A tip is a suggestion and advice. A tip is a suggestion and advice, okay? Remember, the story has to be a good location, the place that you select. Number 2, here we have some suggestions. And now we have the activity number 3, planning on. Yaren Munoz, activity number 3.
Read the writing task below and choose the correct word to complete the sentence.
Continue, Yaren.
To get a good mark in the story. 1. Doesn't have to be true.
Okay. Number
2.
2.
Needs a title.
Okay.
3.
Needs. Stop for a moment. In my personal opinion, I agree with you. I really like a title. I agree with you, Yarem. But sometimes it's not a necessity to select that. Okay, here in the book says doesn't need a title. It's okay, right? It's okay. But in my personal opinion, I consider that we need a title that represents the story. Continue.
Okay. 3. Needs to be entertaining.
Okay, number 4.
4. Need to mainly past tense.
Very good. Very good. Okay, remember that you are going to create a story. At the end, you are going to create a story. Perfect. But something that you must consider, is that your story should have, it's not necessary to be true. It could be real or unreal. In my personal opinion, it's a title, but it's not a necessity to. It should be entertaining. And also remember, when you are narrating a story, should be in past tense. Should be in past tense, okay? You completed? You completed the action, okay? Very good. Thank you, Yarem. Well, according to this, here we are going to present a story. Here we have a story about 100 words. Here we have a story about 100 words. Attention to this story, Brittany San Pedro. Brittany.
Read the student's story. Complete the plan beyond which information from the story.
Okay, what is the story? This is the story that you have, okay? This is the story that you have in the book. With this information, we are going to read this information. And with this information, we are going to complete. Brittany, what we are going to complete? Brittany? What we are going to complete? What is the diagram referring? Sorry? Entiendo cómo puedes estar en clase con tanto ruido. Okay, we continue with this. Brittany Zambrano. What is in the diagram? What is in the diagram, Brittany Zambrano? Brittany Zambrano. The diagram? Read the diagram, miss.
A short story. Who, when, where, what, ending.
Okay, we are going to complete this information. We are going to complete this diagram. We are going to complete this diagram with the information in the story. Okay, Kaylee Peña, start reading.
He put it open the door and watched in. It was the day of the music exam at school.
Everything was
Everything was good. We don't finish and it was small. The teacher looked at me with this side and skin. Where was walking to the piano. I was nervous. I sat down and started to play, but something started happening. There was any sound.
There wasn't
Wasn't any sound. The teacher looking angry and so what are you away for?
Then I tried.
When I tried, I food would the same the happening. I was trying to call or anything
I couldn't hear anything.
to really work up and ready. It was soon again.
Okay. Here is an example of a story. This is an example of a story. Attention to this example and follow the suggestions. The narration is in simple past and past continuous tense. All the narration of the story is based on to the simple past and past progressive because it's narrating the story. Pay attention to the connectors while, when, suddenly, everything is connecting the ideas. And obviously this is part of the story. This story is about 100 words. It's about 100 words. According to this story, Okay, according to this story, Shamir, we are going to complete, Shamir, we are going to complete the diagram. According to this story, who is before who?
Who a student
Okay,
were at school
okay, what happened in when? When?
when mm,
When was
day of music exam
the day of the music exam? Continue.
were at school.
Okay,
What uh, tried to play the music for the exam, but there was no sound.
okay, and what is the ending?
A dream.
It was a bad dream. As you can see, this person made a diagram. This person made a diagram about what is probably the story. A diagram that you are going to do for the story. Okay, the short story, who, when, where, what, and the ending. Okay, complete information, please. Complete information in your books quickly. Complete information in your books. 1, 2, 3. Ya le he dicho, tome capturas de pantalla si usted se da cuenta que no puede copiar rápido. Ok, tome capturas de pantalla. Igual después lo complete en su libro. Okay, those are the principal characteristics for this. Okay, and we have specifically the activity number 4. We have the activity number 4. Here we have the example number 1. Example number 1. With this example, we continue with the next part. Okay, activity number 5. Activity number 5, Daniela Mora. Daniela Mora.
A ver. 5. Reading the exam tip and complete the text.
The task.
Exam tip story. To make your story interesting, you can tell about people's feelings, use short sentences with an exclamation mark. Say what people say or tell. Start use sentences in different ways, not always with. Find examples of this type of language in the story.
Okay, so remember, you can use what is something to make your story interesting. Talk about people's feelings or emotions. Use the exclamation mark. Refer what people said or thought. Okay, and obviously that is a good tip, a good suggestion to make a story. Remember that we have obviously the example number 1. Also, what is the second suggestion? Sometimes to make some stories, we need to use some strong adjectives. We need to use some strong adjectives. Avila, read please. What are the strong adjectives?
Strong adjectives includes the meaning very. Fantastic equals very good. Terrible equals very bad. Don't use very with strong adjectives. It's already in the meaning. The story was impossible to understand.
Okay, remember that in this case, we have the grammar charts. What are the strong adjectives? Remember, what are the strong adjectives? The strong adjectives represent those adjectives that includes in the idiom that says very. I am not going to say very impossible. I drop out the word very because it's not necessary with these words. Cuando utilizo estos adjetivos, estos strong adjectives, ya no utilizo el adjetivo very, porque ya la palabra por sí sola implica una gran cantidad de. Yo digo very good, pero si yo no quiero decir very good, solo digo fantastic. Yo puedo decir very bad, pero si no quiero decir very bad, solo digo terrible. Did you see? Yo puedo decir was very difficult to understand, pero puedo decir very, pero puedo decir solo impossible. Remember, those adjectives like fantastic, like terrible, like impossible, do not need the word very. With this information, we are going to work the next step. Okay, continue please, Justin Bustillos. Bustillos 1.
Aquí estoy.
Okay.
Read the language box. Match this
These
adjective. This adjective from the story from
Exercise 4. From
exercise 4. What adjective 1 and 5? Which group of adjective makes a story more interesting?
Very good. Okay. So remember, in this column, we have the traditional adjectives. I said very quiet, very big, very small, very strange, very angry. But in this block, I have those strong adjectives where you don't need to use very. We are going to associate, for example, for quiet. What is for the number 1 for quiet, mister? Mister, what is the number 1 Bustillos for quiet? Quiet. Quiet. What is from this block? Bustillos. What is the number 1 for quiet? Select one.
Furious.
No. What is for the number 1?
Silent.
Silent. Quiet is silent. Continue for big. What is the number 2?
Teeny.
No, tiny is the opposite of this one. It's the opposite. Tiny is the opposite of big. What is the word?
Who?
Huge. 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 Big, huge. Remember that are synonyms. Synonyms. They are strong adjectives. Continue. What is the other one? What is small? Continue, Mr. Bustillos.
Incredible.
No. A small. What is the opposite of a small? Continue, miss. What is the opposite for small, mister? Bustillos.
Furious.
No. No estás razonando en nada. What is for small?
Teeny.
Tiny. Tiny. Okay, continue with the strange. Bustillos for strange.
Incredible.
Incredible. Incredible. And for angry?
Furious.
Furious. Okay, please, everybody complete that. Remember, these strong adjectives do not use very. Those basic adjectives can be used with very. Okay, complete information, please. Silent, huge, tiny, incredible, and furious. Okay, complete and correct in your books, please, quickly. So quickly, please, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Very good. Now we continue with the next block on this case. Now we continue with the next block of the adjectives, and we are going to use some of them. Activity number 7. Activity number 7, okay? Carlos Gozambay. Carlos.
Replace the adjectives involved in the sentences with the strong adjective. Brilliant, delicious, delighted, exhausted, freezing, starving. 1. I was hungry, starving,
Yeah.
and all the food looked nice, delicious.
Okay, very good. Hungry is starving and nice, delicious. Hungry is the basic and starving is the strong adjective. Nice is the basic adjective, but what is the strong? Delicious. Continue. The weather?
The weather was cold, freezing,
Freezing.
and I was tired, exhausted after our long walk.
Okay.
Number 3. It was a good, brilliant, restful for our team, and everyone was happy, delighted.
Delighted. Okay. Remember, starving, delicious, freezing, exhausted, brilliant, and delighted. Those are the strong adjectives that can be replaced by the other ones, okay? Correct the errors, please, everybody. Correct your errors. 1, correct and complete, because you're going to use this information. 1, 2, and 3, okay? Very good. We have this information. We have this information. And now we are going to do, attention. Remember that we have the model number 1. In the number 4, you have the model number 1, the example number 1, the story number 1. Now we continue with the next part. And here we have, attention. Write your story in about 100 words. Attention. Look at this. Activity 11. Activity 11. Write your story in about 100 words, okay? Activity 11. Attention to this. In this case, we have the story about 100 words. I am going to show you an example. I am going to show you an example of this. This is an example. Take the capture, please. Tómale la captura, por favor, al ejemplo número 2 de la historia. Yo le estoy dando con este el segundo ejemplo. Se lo estoy enviando, por favor, lo he copiado y lo he pegado en el chat Zoom, aquí en el Zoom chat, por favor, si usted lo revisa, o tómele la captura de pantalla, como se le haga más favorable. Tómele la captura de pantalla o lo copia y lo pega en un documento de Word del meeting chat, del Zoom chat, ¿ok? ¿Ya lo hizo? Por favor, en el chat de su grupo de WhatsApp, comandante de curso, si me ayudan, ustedes tienen un chat, ¿verdad? Un WhatsApp. Por favor, envían la captura de pantalla o envían lo que yo les he copiado y les he escrito aquí en el Zoom chat. ¿Me avisan si ya lo hicieron, por favor? ¿Me confirman?
Sí, Miss.
Perfecto.
Miss,
Dígame.
por alguna razón yo no la puedo copiar.
Qué raro. Entonces, tómale la captura de pantalla, ¿verdad? De lo que tiene aquí y mándela por WhatsApp. ¿Ok? Listo, la vamos a leer. Attention, everybody. Derek Manso, start reading.
I walked into the room and started to smile. My family and friends were there and they all had huge smiles on their faces too. Everyone was saying congratulations and well done. Why? Well, I was the winner of an athletics competition and everyone wanted to see my gold medal. It wasn't real gold, of course, but my parents were still very proud. Well, while I was wearing the medal, everyone took photos and asked me questions. All I really wanted to do was eat because I was starving after my race. I had my favorite dinner after everyone left, and I went to bed exhausted but delighted.
Okay. As you can observe, this is the example number 2. This is the example number 2. Look at this, at the suggestions. We have the verbs in the simple past tense and past progressive. We have exhausted, delighted, starving. We are using the adjectives and strong adjectives. Did you see? Using the simple past tense, using the past continuous, using adjectives and using strong adjectives. We are using the connectors, well, all, I, for example, everyone, everything, all that we have been working in the unit. ¿Qué va a hacer usted? A esto usted le va a poner un título. Usted le va a poner un título. You are going to make a title. ¿Ok? Anoten su libro porque se olvida. For this story, you are going to create the title. ¿Ok? You are going to create the title. It's okay? You're going to create the title, right? A esta historia le va a poner un título. A la primera historia también le va a poner un título. ¿Sí se da cuenta? A la primera historia también le va a poner un título. A las dos historias. Tiene la 1 y tiene la 2. ¿Ok? Conclusión. Le estoy dando 2 historias. Le estoy dando 2 ejemplos. ¿Verdad? Y usted va a crear una tercera historia. Y usted va a crear una tercera historia al final. Al final, usted va a crear una tercera historia. Esa tercera historia va a ser suya. La auténtica. La tercera suya, la que va a crear. ¿Ok? La tercera es la que usted va a crear según lo que vamos a indicar. Número 1, ¿qué va a pasar? Por favor. Nos vamos aquí al Story Jumper. ¿Verdad? Nos vamos al Story Jumper. Aquellos que no se han unido, no sé qué esperan. Lo voy a volver a poner aquí. Lo voy a volver a poner aquí. Aquel que no se ha unido, ingrese, porque aquí va a ser la tarea. Foxtrot. Este es el password, ¿ok? Listo. ¿Qué va a hacer usted aquí? Recuerde que ustedes, los que ya ingresaron, ya vieron el tutorial, ¿verdad? Ya vieron el tutorial, ya saben cómo manejarlo. Ahora vamos a ponerlo en práctica. Usted hizo clic aquí donde es Create a Book y le salió este librito que usted tiene ahí. Si se da cuenta, ¿verdad? Ya todos tienen creado un libro, sin nada. Solo vieron el tutorial. ¿Sí o sí? Yes, ok. Hay un libro en blanco, porque pusieron aquí Create a Book. En este libro en blanco, usted va a comenzar a editarlo, Edit, y usted va a comenzar. ¿Qué va a hacer en este libro número 1? De nuevo le va a aparecer el video tutorial. Si lo quiere ver y refrescar, no hay problema. Le va a aparecer siempre. Yo lo voy a cerrar. Y usted aquí va a editar, ¿verdad? Según todo. Le va a sacar esto, va a sacar este. Esto es un ejemplo. Usted va a sacar todo esto y va a comenzar a editar. ¿Y qué va a poner en este primer libro? What you are going to do into this first book? You are going to write the story number 1. The story number 1. El libro número 1, usted va a copiar la historia número. Ojo, do not copy the full paragraph. I need that you divide them into 3 or 4 pages. Se me ocurre hasta school una página, hasta anything una segunda página, hasta happened una tercera página. Obvio, usted va a dividir la historia en páginas dependiendo de la secuencia y la animación que usted le va a dar. Conclusión, ¿en una sola página va a ser toda la historia? ¿Sí o no? No.
No,
Va a ser, su libro va a contener varias paginitas. Usted, esta historia chiquitita la va a dividir en su libro para darle la animación, para ponerle los personajes, para ponerle la locación, para ponerle todo lo que usted necesita dentro de este primer libro. ¿Ok? ¿Sí? Usted le va a poner todo lo que este libro necesita para poder trabajar. ¿Ok? En Edit. Estamos claros con lo que va. Y obviamente, como usted le va a poner un título, you're going to look for a title, obviamente el cover va a tener el título y usted va a diseñar el cover también de su libro. Estamos hasta ahí todos, ¿verdad? ¿Sí?
Sí.
¿Listo? Cuando ya terminó de crear su primer libro, va a segundo, create a book. Va a crear su segundo libro, create a book. ¿Cuántos libros hasta aquí vamos a tener? 2.
Dos.
El primero y el segundo. El primero con la lectura número 1, que es este, y el segundo libro que va a crear, aquí donde dice create a book, hace clic y va a copiar ¿cuál? ¿Cuál es el que va a copiar? La historia que acabó de leer Derek. Oh. Hello.
Es decir, que la historia que va en el libro 2
Dame un segundito, hija mía, que mi página dame un segundito. Mi pantalla se hizo negra. Pero ustedes sí me están viendo, ¿sí?
Sí, Miss.
Sí.
Bueno, en mi pantalla se acabó de poner negra, no sé qué pasó. A ver, no los estoy viendo, ya mismo se ha de acabar la sesión. Algo pasó en mi esta. A ver, lo que ustedes ven, la historia número 1 es el book número 1. Y la historia número 2 es el book número 2. ¿Estamos hasta ahí? ¿Sí? ¿Alguna pregunta? ¿Alguna pregunta? ¿No? Listo. Ya, entonces, la historia 1 y la historia 2. No los veo, me estoy desesperada porque tengo la pantalla negra aquí. Esas son las dos historias que van a crear en el Story Jumper. ¿Ya? Tarea número 1 y tarea número 2 son los dos Story Jumper. ¿Qué es lo que van a hacer al cerrarse esta sesión? Estamos claros, ¿verdad?
Sí, una pregunta.
Dígame.
La historia que nosotros debemos de crear no la hacemos en la historia Jump.
Todavía no. La tercera historia todavía no. ¿Qué va a pasar con la tercera historia? La tercera historia ustedes la van a crear y la van a colocar en un documento de Word. La tercera historia ustedes la van a crear y la van a crear en un documento de Word. Todavía la tercera historia, la suya, la de producción propia, la de ustedes, solo la quieren en un documento de Word. Porque esa la van a trabajar conmigo en clase. La van a editar en el Story Jumper. Por eso es que estas dos anteriores las mando como una práctica. ¿Estamos claros? ¿Sí? Perfecto. La historia número 3, esa usted también la lleva de tarea, pero va a estar dentro de un documento de Word. ¿Ok? ¿No? Si se cae la sesión, chicos, nos volvemos a conectar. Si se cae la sesión, nos volvemos a conectar, ¿sí? ¿Ok?
Ok.
Ya, denme un ratito. Si se cae la sesión, nos volvemos a conectar porque hay algo más que quiero explicar.